All right, folks. So this is a follow-up on yesterday's video. I dropped a DeFi video. I'm going to show you guys how to do this from the jump, meaning like from start to finish on how to add to a liquidity pool. So again, we talked about liquidity pools in yesterday's video. If you guys haven't watched that video, you can come over here to the Discord. And I would recommend watching this video first if you guys are interested in learning more about DeFi. You just come over here to the Discord. That link is in the description and in my bio. And this says how DeFi liquidity pools work. So I kind of explained everything. I showed you guys everything that I'm invested in. But I really want to get some leverage into the Solana ecosystem. And the liquidity pool I'm looking at is the Sol Ray liquidity pool. So the reason I'm looking at that right now is because Radium is one of Solana's top ecosystem coins. And it's getting a green dot down here. This is our buy signal down here. So I want to accumulate Ray. And then I want to also accumulate Solana. So I want to buy both of these coins. But as I'm holding my coins, as I'm holding Solana and as I'm holding Ray, I want to earn APY. Okay, I want to earn an APY, and you can see they're paying 58% APY in this liquidity pool. That's just in the last 24 hours. This number constantly changes, but like I told you guys in the first video, I like to look for at least $1 million in liquidity in the pool, and I really like both of these coins, both of these projects, and this website is Radium's website, so it's radium.io. It's just this website here. It's a decentralized exchange. We talked about that on yesterday's video. And then I'm coming over here to the liquidity pool, and I'm going to stake my liquidity inside of this Sol Ray liquidity pool. So I'm going to hit deposit. So what I need is I need Solana and I need Radium. So right now, my wallet has no Solana in it. So the first thing you need to do is you need to fund your wallet with Solana. Right. So in order to do that, what I need to do is I need to come over here to a centralized exchange like Robinhood. Okay. And I just need to buy Solana. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy 150 Solana, and then I'm going to send it into my decentralized wallet. So I'm just going to go ahead and buy this. Again, however much you buy is however much you can afford. Everybody's in a different place with their investing. So I just went ahead and bought Solana there. So I wanted to get about $20,000 worth of Solana. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to now send this into my decentralized wallet. So I'm going to hit send and transfer here on Robinhood. And what I need to do is I need to fund, right, my decentralized wallet. I need to put money into my DEX wallet, right, my Phantom wallet. And there's a ton of different wallets you can connect with. I personally use Phantom. So you just hit connect wallet, and this is everything that this website. So each DEX, so Radium is a DEX, right? It's a decentralized exchange. It is the decentralized exchange on Solana. So what I want to do is I want to come in here and I want to hit connect wallet, and I want to go here to Phantom because I use Phantom. Again, you can use any of those wallets. I just like Phantom because it integrates with a lot of different DEXs. So what I need to do now is I need to send money, or I need to send Solana into my DEX wallet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here to my desktop extension, my Phantom desktop extension. I'm going to hit receive, and then I'm going to come down here to my Solana wallet right here. I'm going to copy this address, and then I'm going to go into here and I'm going to paste that address right there. Okay. And I am going to send all of my Solana into this wallet. So normally what I do is I like to confirm the last like 5 or 6 letters, right? So we could see if I come over here, receive, right, RTZQ, and the first 4 are 9XF4. So 9XF4, that's correct. And then it was RTZQ, okay? RTZQ. That just so I know I'm sending it to the right place. Again, copy this, copy it, and then paste it. And then I'm going to review. I'm going to accept. And what this is going to do is it's going to send that Solana into my wallet. So I am going to have to go ahead and submit this. So 150, it's on the Solana network. Network fee, it's going to be 2 Sol. There's my wallet address. There's the amount I'm sending. I'm going to hit submit. And then it's going to send me a notification. Robinhood does this. It sends me a notification on my phone that I have to confirm. And I went ahead and just sent that into my wallet. So let's give that a second to show up there in my wallet. And then we'll go back over here to Radium. So in order to do this, right, what you need is you need Solana and Ray. And we talked all about this in yesterday's video. So you could see this deposit ratio needs to be 53% Ray, 47% Solana. So what I'm going to have to do once this Solana gets into my wallet here, and we'll see how fast Solana is here. Once that gets into my Solana wallet, then I'll be able to swap 50% of it. So I'll do a swap, and then I will go from Solana. You can see it's in my wallet now. Okay, it already hit. That's how fast you can move money these days, which is absolutely insane. Solana's right there in my wallet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the Solana. I mean, that took literally seconds, man. Crypto's the future, guys. Crypto is the future, and these liquidity pools are an amazing way to earn passive income. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in Ray, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap 50% of my Solana for Ray, because again, you need to provide the liquidity pool with both coins in order to benefit from the APY. And again, what was the APY as of today? 58%. So you're earning passive income every single day, okay, using liquidity pools. So I want to hold Solana and hold Ray. The whole reason I want to hold those and buy those right now is because we're getting our buy signals down here on the weekly. Okay. And again, I just don't want my Solana to sit in my wallet and do nothing. I would rather provide it as liquidity to Radium. Okay. And then let it just pay me every single day. I showed you guys how to harvest your gains every day, and you can just continue to reinvest or do whatever you want with them. Passive income is the key, folks. Passive income is the key, especially right now with how low altcoins are. I mean, I think we're at a generational buying opportunity for altcoins at this very moment. So let me come back here. Where were we? So again, we need to swap half the Solana for Ray. So we need both coins in order to put them in. Again, that deposit ratio was 47 to 53%. We're just going to do 50-50 here. So I'm just going to go to that Solana. Let's go ahead and swap this. Okay, I'm going to swap this for Radium because, again, I want to buy both of these coins. Radium is one of the largest projects on the Solana blockchain. And, again, it's giving a buy signal. Okay, it gave us a buy signal back here in December. I wish I would have bought it at 90 cents when I called it out, but it's at $1.05. I think $1.05 is a really good deal. Look at this pullback from $4 all the way down to $1. Of course I want to buy this thing right now. It's down 80% from its high back here in August. Okay, so I'm just going to earn and stake and then earn that passive income. Okay, so again, I got freaking ADD here, so I'm all over the place sometimes, but we're going to swap for Radium because, again, we want to buy both. We want to own both these coins, and we're going to swap 50% of the Solana for Radium. I'm going to swap it. Okay, so that went through just like that, and now I'm going to come over here, and what I'm going to do is I am going to add in this. It probably needs to update here now that I swapped it. Let me refresh my wallet. Okay, so I have 73, 74 Solana and around 9,000 Radium. So I'm going to do the max. Looks like I have an insufficient balance. So I need to do Radium first. So Ray, I got 9,135 of these and 67 Solanas there. I'm going to go ahead and create this position here. I'm going to confirm the deposit. Okay, let me go ahead and just confirm. This transaction reverted during simulation. Slippage exceeded. I've never seen that message before. This is my first time actually staking on Radium. So give me a sec here. Let me just go ahead and hit max again here. Create position, confirm deposit. Okay, so there we go. That's what I want to see. So it's going to take out this much Radium from my wallet and this much Solana, and it's going to deposit it into this liquidity pool. Okay, looks like they just gave me a new NFT representing your concentrated liquidity position is now in your wallet. Perfect. Do not burn this. Okay, so you just need to hang on to that NFT. Cool. So now I have a position here. So I go to portfolio. That's cool how they keep it in a portfolio there. So you can see that my position is right down here, my $18,000 position. It's earning around 33% APY. If I want to add more to that position, what I can do is I can swap another half of that Solana. So you can see the Solana now, the balance went down. So I can swap this for more Radium, and I can just add the rest to it. So it was kind of a weird ratio. It was like 53% to 53% to, I'm just going to do 8 or 4. Okay, and then we're going to swap for the rest of that ray. That's going to give me some more ray in order to add in here. So whenever I want to add to this here on Radium, I can just come over here to this portfolio tab. Okay, and then what I can do is I can click the plus button and then hit max. Let me refresh this really quick because sometimes it takes a second to upload. Okay, I'm just going to hit this plus button and I'm going to hit the max amount array. And I'm going to go ahead and hit confirm. And what that's going to do is that's going to add those into that liquidity pool. So now I have, we could open this up here and see that I have 70 Solana and 9,772 Ray deposited into this. Okay, and you can see I've already earned 13 cents since I did it 2 seconds ago. So if I hit harvest here, what that's going to do is it's going to add the Ray and the Sol in. So you can harvest your rewards at any time. And the cool thing about this Radium platform is they actually give you the 7-day, 30-day, 24-hour of how much you've made in those each of those liquidity pools. So now what I can do is I can just go ahead and stake this and let it sit here and just earn APR. So I'm going to be earning Radium and Solana as time goes on. Again, let's refresh this and see how much I've made here in the last 30 seconds or whatever, how long it's been. So you can see I've made 7 cents here. Okay, 13 cents, 7 cents on Ray, 7 cents on Solana. Again, I can come in here, I can harvest that. That's going to add that in. And then this is what I can do every day. Okay, so I mean, a lot of the things I'm seeing lately is hey, I don't have any money to buy. Well, we need to find a way to make our money work for us. How we can do that is with these DeFi liquidity pools. I literally went over 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5 or 6 of these yesterday. Okay, and now we're into Solana. I really wanted to get a position on Solana just because I do think it's a very good asset and it's in a very good place right now, especially Radium here. And then you got Solana down here as well, giving us our buy signal. Again, these are our buy signals. When these come up, we want to buy and stake and earn. So we're going to earn until we get back up here into sell territory, right? We want to sell when the blue wave is above the white line up here, give it a red dot on the weekly chart. And then we want to buy when it's down here, given a green dot, because when it's down there, that means we've had a big pullback. Solana pulled back from 250 all the way down here to 120. So we want to take advantage of this dip, right? Everyone's scared. Everybody's running scared now. Now we're taking a position and we are staking it here and earning that passive income. You can see I'm now up to 17 cents. So as time goes on, that's going to build and build and build. And every day, I'm going to do this probably once a week. I'm going to get in here and I'm going to harvest these positions. And then I'm going to, right, I can either harvest it and I can reinvest it into the liquidity pool. Or what we could do is we can go find different liquidity pools as well and put, right, and start building in different liquidity pools. Like I can go into this Sol Fish liquidity pool or Sol Nvidia or whatever, right? So you can take your profits and you could do whatever you want with them. And I did this in the other video, but I'll just show you guys for example here. I'll go to Cetus. So Cetus is pretty much like Ray, but it's for the SUI network. So if you guys didn't watch the video yesterday, SUI is another layer 1 blockchain. There's SUI, there's Solana. Okay, there's a bunch of different layer 1 blockchains, and each of them do their own thing. So you can see in the last day, this has only been about probably around 20, maybe 18 hours. I can claim this $53 that this liquidity pool has paid me. You can see my daily estimated yield right now is $65. So I'm earning $65 a day sitting doing nothing, letting my money, letting my assets work for me. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to claim this. Okay, I'm going to claim all. Okay, and you can see I'm going to claim 1,800 Cetus and 4.59 SUI. So I'm going to confirm that. And what that's going to do is that's going to send that into my wallet. And then you'll see that show up in my wallet here. Okay, you'll see that show up in my wallet. Okay, there's the Cetus and there is the SUI. So now what I could do is I can either, I mean, you could do whatever you want with this, right? This is just passive income. So what I could do is I can come in here and I can swap it. I could sell it for something else. I could sell it for USDC and sit cash. I could sell it for another coin that I want to accumulate. You could do all kinds of stuff, right? You could do whatever you want with it. It's your money. But what I'm going to do, because of where crypto is at and where altcoins are at right now, I mean, if you look at Cetus as well, Cetus is also giving us a signal here. Okay, it's been giving us a signal for a while now, and it's down here at the all-time low. So I want to accumulate as much Cetus as possible right now. I'm not interested in selling it or anything like that. Okay, and SUI is also giving the signal here as well, sitting at 160. So what I want to do is I just want to take what I just made, and I just want to put it right back into the liquidity pool. So this one's paying 21%. Okay, so what I can do is I can come back here and I can hit add liquidity. And then I'm going to, the thing I like about Sui is they actually let you zap in. So I could just hit max and it's automatically going to convert it to whatever that ratio is. So it's going to sell part of that Cetus for Sui because again, you have to put in both coins in order to benefit from the liquidity pool. So I'm going to go ahead and add that in there, and you can see my balance goes up. I have around 3 million Cetus and around 20,000 Sui. And then I can do the same thing with the Sui that I made. I can hit max, and then that's going to convert, it looks like 70% of this to Cetus and keep about 30% of it and provide that into the liquidity pool. So in the Radium one, they don't have this zap feature where it automatically will convert for you, which I really like that feature because it makes it very simple. So I'm just going to zap in here with my Sui, with my profits that I made over the last day, and I'm just going to keep building my position that way using passive income. Okay, so I'm earning every single day and I'm taking the compound interest and reinvesting it into the liquidity pool for now, right? And then when these assets get back up here into our sell territory, I'm going to take out my liquidity because again, you could take it out at any time. Okay, you can remove it. Okay, I can hit max and I can take out all my Sui, all my Cetus, and it goes right back into my wallet. Okay, and then I can sell it for USDC and sit cash or stake my USDC, so on and so forth. But that's a full overview of how to do it from start to finish. Again, you need to buy either Sui or Solana or whatever ecosystem you're going to invest into. I think the top two or the top three are going to be Ethereum, Sui, and Solana. I'd probably go number one Sui, number two Solana, Ethereum. That's a tough one, but Sui is definitely my favorite platform, my favorite liquidity pool right now. I think it's the fastest growing, and then there's Solana as well. I like to have exposure to all of them, and that's why we went over all those videos yesterday. But hopefully you guys got some value out of this. Again, all you got to do is buy whatever layer one you're looking for on a centralized exchange like Robinhood, send it on into your decentralized wallet. And then all you got to do is swap for the liquidity pool coins that you are looking for. I went over how to do all of it on yesterday's video, so hopefully you guys check that out again. If not, you guys can check that out in the DeFi course over here. It's completely free. Check that out right here. Hopefully you guys got some value out of this. If you did, smash the like. God bless you, and we'll see you guys here in the next one. Peace.